let's just start off with a little bit about the two guys. So I'll start with Floyd. Tell us about this fella alongside you. Tell us a little bit about him, about his background, about what he's about.
He's like my son. You know, he's like my son. I love him. We've been through a lot. You know, even in the short period of time that we've been together. You know, he's made some decisions that I wasn't too fond of. So that's why I try to keep him on the right path. I don't want him making any mistakes. You know, like myself, when his career is over, I want him to have something when his career is over. You know, as far as early on, I want him buying real estate. I want to make him smart investments early. I don't want him to wait too late, because boxing is short term, and when you're a businessman, that lasts forever. And Frank has been around the sport forever. Very, very smart, shrewd businessman, and that's what it's about. But his background.
You had it tough, but I mean, he really has.
I mean, he can kind of enlighten you. When he didn't live, he lived in just a room. You know, imagine a home, living in like it was an apartment building, if I'm not mistaken, but they lived in just the room, just in a room. And some days, him and his, I think 2 brothers or 3 brothers won't even eat for days. So the mother would leave them at home for 4 or 5 days with no one there. So Child Protective had to come get them and take them away. So he had a roller coaster ride. Me and my father was shot by my mother brother. His mother was on drugs, my mother was on drugs. We had a real rough background. And, you know, we're speaking with, you know, one of the Walsh brothers, because they come from a fighting family also. They had it rough also. So, you know, most of the time when you're faced with a rough background or rough obstacles, that make you strive and work that much harder when you're doing whatever you're doing, or when you're trying to get to a certain level.
Tell us a little bit more about that, Gervonta. I mean, growing up, life was hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hard. You know, actually, you know, even just growing up, being a little older, you know, start roaming the streets and things like that. You know, people in the gym, you know, that I looked up to while they was in the gym. You know, them guys are dead or in jail. You know, so they showed me the route that if you take the street route, you know, or if you stay in the gym. You know, I was one of the guys that stayed in the gym no matter what was going on the outside of the gym.
So if you hadn't boxed, if you hadn't gone down to the gym, do you think you might not have been here today to have this conversation?
Yes, I would definitely be in jail or dead, you know, but, you know, I stayed in the gym, you know, and a few years later, I'm signed to one of the best fighters ever.
You know, it's crazy when I think about what you just asked him. The first thing, before I brought him with Mayweather Promotions, I told him, we need to move your mother, because he still was in the inner city. He still was in a rough background. And someone had ran in his mother's house, kicked in his mother's door, when they found out that he was involved with us. So my thing is for a fighter to be able to train comfortable, we must put his family in a comfortable environment. So that's what we wanted to do. I'm always telling him about family first. And this kid been through a lot already, and he's been through a lot with me. Even though he's quiet, sometimes he can surround himself with the wrong individual. And I don't want him to go back to the drawing board. He wants to hang out in the inner city, because that's where he comes from. But I tell him we have to leave that alone. That's in the past. We're looking to bigger and better things in the future.
Liam, tell us a bit about your background as well, because we hear Gervonta from a difficult upbringing, but it's not exactly been a bed of roses for you, has it? And you and your brothers, you know, you're kind of strong together.
Yeah, and listening to Gervonta's background there, it certainly hasn't been that rough. I'm not going to come here and say, but it's not been easy. Everyone has problems in life. We had problems. We and like you say, as 3 brothers together, it merged us together. We're with each other every day, all day, every day. But life, this is life, isn't it? No one said it was going to be easy. You know, you've just got to keep going and stay positive. And
like your man here, you're providing for your family, providing for your future, building a future.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we're here. You know, we love to fight and we want to win belts, but you know, we need to provide for our families. So.
Frank, tell us a bit about this fella from your perspective as his promoter. He's been a good fighter for a long time now.
He has, you know. He wasn't in a cardboard box in the bottom of a canal. He didn't live in, but he's been a fantastic fighter, and he's just been unlucky. He's had a lot of injuries. He's been involved in a bad car crash when he was going to fight Ricky Burns for the title, and I think he would have won that fight, and he'd have been in a pretty similar position to Gervonta's in, a young world champion. But he's overcome all that. He's had some good wins, and I think he's a very underestimated fighter. You know, I like to think I know my boxers. I like to think that, you know, we make the right moves at the right time. But he's got a fantastic style. He's got a good jab. We know he can fight. We know if he's got to get down in the trenches, he'll stand his ground and he can trade. I like everything about him, and I think his last performance was against a good fighter who didn't get a look in against him. You know, he boxed really well, and that's what I like about him. He's adaptable, and good fighters can adapt. He's the master here. You adapt. Good fighters, they can look at an opponent, they've got plans A, B and C. And he's a guy who can bring A, B and C to the ring. And I think that's why, for us, at this side of the table, you know, we feel that we made the right move here in getting this fight on over here, and we feel that he will win it.
What do you think of him? What do you think of him as a fighter? Because we saw him against Pedraza and looked impressive.
Good fighter, isn't he? He's a good fighter. Your man is Floyd. He's told us he's the future of boxing. You know, he's a future star, so he's a good fighter. I was impressed with his win against Pedraza. I've seen other fights on YouTube which been semi-impressed with, and he's a decent fighter.
How much though was it down to him being outstanding against Pedraza and Pedraza actually having a bad day?
No, I don't think you should take any credit away from Gervonta for that. Pedraza will tell you he was dead at the weight. Well, aren't we all? You know you can't. I don't think you can take any credit away from the performance. No, I think it was a great performance.
Fabulous performance.
Yeah, it was a great performance.
How did you rate your performance that night?
I did okay. And,
That wasn't the best. That wasn't the best tank.
No.
He won, and that wasn't the best. That wasn't the best tank. Can he get better? Absolutely. I mean, he's still young. He's still a puppy. But you know, he has the will to win.
And at his age, you'd still got a hell of a lot to do, hadn't you? You weren't putting the diamonds around your wrist when you were his age.
When I was his age, he got diamonds around his wrist too. You know, our background is Africa. We come from gold and diamonds, so that's our background. You know, he got a pretty nice watch on too. I see him looking at his watch, and pretty nice cufflinks also. But you know, we like the finer things in life. You know, we don't go out here and bust our ass and strive. I mean, and run those hard roads and hit those heavy bags and get bumps and bruises, not to get the finer things in life. So we like the finer things in life. We got Bugattis, we got private jets, we got it all. We own skyscrapers. We have a lot. You know, we make smart investments. But one thing about us, we're not through. We here to kick ass.
This is the important thing, isn't it? The belt that you've got.
No, that's not the only thing that's important. He want more. He want more. And we look forward to coming over to UK, working with Frank for a long time. This ain't the first fight that we're going to do. This is just the start of a long relationship. I mean, a very, very long relationship. Like I said when I was on the podium earlier, it's the promoters in the U.S. don't want to work together. They're worried about, I want this, I want this, I want this. Man, let the fighters get what they have to get, and we step back and get the fans what they want to see. The fans want to see excitement, so it shouldn't have nothing to do with the promoters. Frank is easy to work with, very, very easy.
Gervonta, you and Floyd must have had a very close look at him before the decision was made to take the fight. What do you reckon to him as a fighter?
he's a good fighter. You know, Floyd called me and asked me, not did I want to take the fight, but did I want to fight in the UK? You know, so I think it doesn't matter where I fight at. You know, as long as he get his chance, you know, he get a fair shake and I get a fair shake. It doesn't matter what we can fight at. We could be underwater if we get the fight done.
They think that experience and adaptability maybe is the key, that they know more than you do. What would you say to that? The people around him would say that he's got more experience than you, maybe more adaptable, maybe he's been there and been in difficult situations in the ring more than you have?
I don't think he had more experience than me. And again, I'm saying that to one of the, the most important person in boxing, and, I don't think he had, more experience than me, much quicker than me,
what we do,
or more powerful.
I don't want to cut him off, but what we do in our gym, what we do where we live at, everything is not, we don't glorify everything that we do. In our gym, we have different world champions. We may have Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, Gervonta Tank Davis. I mean, the list goes on and on in our gym. Top fighters boxing one another. But we don't broadcast that out there to the world. We have top fighters in our gym boxing one another. We don't box by no bell, a minute runs through. We like, put them in there. The best should fight the best. The best fighters should work with the best fighters. And that's what we want to do. There's no friends in boxing. Out of all my fighters, it's been 2 fighters. Tank has been one of the fighters. Badu Jack has been another fighter. To say they got the mentality like that I have. My mentality is this: I don't have no friends in boxing. I may shake your hand, I may go out to eat with you, but you're not my friend. I'm trying to be the best, and I'm trying to get to the pinnacle. And I always install that in Tank.
Liam, what do you reckon when he basically says, no, you've not got more experience?
He might have an argument. He had 221 amateur fights. I had 40. I had 6 senior fights. That's all. So he's got possibly has got more experience than me. It's that's not. I don't think experience will win the fight here. I've been the 12-round distance 4 or 5 times. Tank's only ever done 9 rounds once, I think, or 8 rounds, and then finished his opponent in the 9th. So he might have a point, but whoever, irrelevant to who he fought and who I fought, come the night, it's who's going to perform on that night. And when we get down and dirty and serious, we'll see who lasts, we'll see who digs in, we'll see who goes to the well.
Well, he told, what Tank told his last guy. Our thing is always kill or be killed. Simple and plain.
I'm with you.
Kill or be killed.
I'm on that all day.
Well, don't worry. If you talking about kill or be killed, don't worry. You're going to get killed.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We'll see.
Don't worry. When they talking about kill to be killed, don't worry. And you say you got a brother in fight, he gonna get it next from him.
I'm in that.
And the other brother gonna get it next.
I follow that motto all the way.
Well, bring your brother on there. He want to sit down. He want to talk. Shit, send him on down.
No one to get a word in.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about that. He don't get worried. Cause one thing we do know, we gonna, after we kick your ass, we're gonna dust you off and then probably put you over there with one of the other guys.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, we're gonna dust you.
You're fighting me, it's him.
No, because you gotta realize.
And if I'm fighting you, I want a lot more money.
Don't worry. So, you have to realize when he faced Pedroza, it's one thing that he told his corner. I'm not listening to y'all. I'm listening to him. I have the experience. No matter how much I talk, I ain't just talk. I go out there and produce.
So how do you beat him, Liam? What do you reckon? Why do you reckon?
Don't get in there.
No, not him.
Don't get in there.
Him.
Fake an injury.
Hit him more
You're
times
not
than he hits
fighting
me.
Floyd.
Hit him more times than he hits me.
That's about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's got to
hit him more times than he hits me.
I know you're not fighting. You're not fighting Floyd Money Mayweather. You fighting the new pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. Oh boy.
Is it intimidating?
Not at all.
When you look across.
It's entertaining. It's just.
What's your age?
I'm 30 years old.
Oh, woo! You
I'm an old man. I'm well past it.
Boy, all you got to do is one thing.
Come on then.
Point to the easy word.
Oh, it's going to be
We're
good.
not going to play.
It's going to be good.
We're not going
As
to play.
you know, Floyd, age, you've seen you at your age. What a great fighter you've been at your
No,
age.
we're not going to talk about that.
And age
Because
is a
I
number.
thought it was all about
Age is a
you.
number.
Come on.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, so am I.
man.
So am I. I'm 30. I'm past it. This is a walkover.
This is,
man, we gon-
I'll tell you, styles make fights, and this is the styles will make this an entertaining and competitive.
If we were
and a
so
great
worried
fight.
about the fight, we wouldn't even came over here.
Yeah,
And we
no,
were
I
so
get
worried-
that. I get that.
We
And,
said,
and I'm
yo.
happy about that. I'm happy about that.
Listen, Tank said, soon as I gave him the name, he said, I don't care what the name is. I don't care where we got to go. Make it happen.
I don't believe that.
What do you think about? What do you think? You don't believe it?
No.
What do you think? It's just money that's brought it here.
Yeah.
No, look, let me tell you that.
I'm a mandatory challenger. I ain't been given
He's
nothing here. No
mandatory.
one's giving me nothing. You ain't giving me nothing.
He earned
Floyd
the
ain't giving me
position.
nothing. I earned this position.
He's supposed to
You
fuck
had to
Pedraza.
come here because Frank done the business. That's why.
Oh, we fucked Pedraza up.
Yeah.
We fucked him up with ease.
Yeah, I ain't no
Jimmy?
Pedraza. I can assure you
I know
that.
you can't. You may not. I don't think you can beat Pedraza, actually.
Yeah,
but
well-
shit, this is something totally different when you facing this boy right here.
We'll see.
How much do you think the fans are going to be a factor in this? Because I mean, hey, they're not going to be in the ring, but
Okay,
there's
that's
going
what
to
I
be
want you to know.
there's
But
going to be a lot of them there.
The same thing they thought with Ricky Hatton. Oh yeah, he hit Castillo with a body shot. That's Castillo. This ain't Mayweather.
And that's right.
Take it
And
easy
you
on
would
him.
say,
And you in this country, take it easy on him.
And I'll tell you, Floyd's right what he's saying about that, that fight. But he ain't Floyd.
Yeah.
We'll see whether he's Floyd.
He's the newcomer,
and this
isn't
is Liam. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a big shock on the night.
I'ma sit right
I don't
there.
think it's a big. I don't think it's that big of a shock. I don't think.
I'm
It,
just telling you, it's not for me.
Yeah, we can bet on it if you want to.
I don't think it's
I'm
that
with
big
you
of
on
a
that.
shock.
You a betting man, man. You can bet.
I am a betting man.
Okay.
I don't
oh,
think
here
it's
we
that
go.
big of a
Because I already know. I mean, this all you gotta do is put us on and I already know. Just put us on an even playing field, and we gonna make it happen.
It's got to be even. We
Yeah,
want-
of course.
look,
I don't want that any other way.
No.
Man, you gonna talk.
Right.
Man, you gonna talk
We're
behind
gonna
the
have a
scenes.
chat.
Cause we gonna bet.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cause I already know we don't just believe in our man on a scale from 1 to 100. We believe in our man 120%.
But with me, I'm 125%. This is going to be a special evening.
So if I'm at 120, you at 125. What we at 245?
245.
Okay.
Out of 100. We're doing well.
Liam, the Farmy Army, though, to go back to my original question, with all due apologies, they are going to be there in force, and you're going to get some serious support.
Yeah. No, the support will be great as always. It'll be the noise, the atmosphere, and they'll be brilliant. And it's nice to repay them as well. They've supported me from day one. Hundreds and hundreds of fans coming to watch me on 4-round fights and stuff. So it'd be nice to repay them.
Do you feed off that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they go to work 9 to 5 every day, earn money to come and watch me fight. I must perform. I must give them a good night. It's the least I can do.
Does a hostile atmosphere, because it's probably going to be that, does a hostile atmosphere worry you?
No worries. As long as I'm there with my team, we're there together. There's no worry.
Comes from Baltimore.
Well, yeah, it's a
country.
tough place where he comes
Why
from. isn't it?
country?
Okay, so last question. You've got to get off the fence, if indeed you are remotely on the fence, which I suspect not, and tell us exactly, in your opinion, how this fight's going to pan out. Who's going to win, how, and why?
I believe. I don't think he'll make it past the 6th round.
Well, that's pretty.
You won't make it past. Well, it all depends on what you want to do. We may want to. We can stretch him a little bit. We can take him like to the 9th or 10th. Boy, if you want to make it early, you may take him out in the first, but then Frank may not let us come over here no more. So stretch it. We're gonna stretch it out a little bit before you stretch him. Okay. What I'm saying, Pete.
Liam?
Yeah, these guys need to go to the comedy club. It's not far from here.
Yeah, you're right. And then guess what? And you already know what we do at the comedy club. Cause it's gonna only be one comedian at the end of the night.
How does it go? You're going to come out of this as the new champion?
100%. I'm not here for any other reason. Just that belt.
Frank?
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, well, listen, bet. All I gotta say is bet. We believe in our man. Bet. What do you want to bet? 2 million, 10 million, 50 million? We bet whatever on our man. We believe in our man. Bet the money.
10 quid do?
Money on the wood make the bet go good. Money out of sight might start another fight. We believe in our man. We already know. Just like the last time. Last time I had to come conquer a country. I just conquered Haiti. I conquered Haiti. I conquered the Philippines. I conquered Puerto Rico. We can keep going on. And I definitely conquered the UK because I'm the undefeated king. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, the UK stands for, the undefeated king. But you know what I want you to do? Take it easy on him. Okay. Because you didn't even go hard on Pedraza, did you?
No.
Was it easy?
Yeah.
How easy was it? Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how easy was it?
9.5.
Okay. That was super easy.
And you know what I want you to do? Don't take it easy.
No,
on him.
I can't go
Don't
any. I
take
can't
it
go any
easy.
other
You
way.
go in there,
I'm
this
go
is your
hard or go
future.
home.
You're
Go hard or go home. And I can only go hard. That's all I can do. That's all I prepare for.
Frank, I want to say you done a fucking remarkable job with getting him the right fights to get to this point. Frank, you done.
Have you got box record? Have you had a look at this guy's record?
And guess what? And that's how good he
He's
is.
done a great job.
And guess
You've done
what?
a great job. You've done a great job. Here, have a look through that.
And guess what?
You've done a great job. I applaud
And he
you.
did what he's supposed to
I
do.
applaud.
Whoever he put in front of him,
Yeah.
whether the record was good or bad,
Yeah.
he smoked him.
So did I.
And let me see, when he got to the fighter that was, let me see. When he got to the fighter, that, what we at? Who the fuck is Hector Lopez? We didn't care about all that. We'll get to the.
That's his opponent.
Let me see. I'm checking you out right now.
All right, go on then. Frank done a great job. I agree, but so did you.
Anyway, do you know what? The records mean nothing. All
Yeah,
that means
that's-
something is
exactly.
the fight on the night. That's all that matters.
First time I've seen it. It's stunning.
Yeah, you know, I know what's going
And
on.
I'll tell you what, this
There's only one problem with this. Your name ain't on here.
No, it will be soon.
Yeah.
With a big L next to it.
Yeah, Leonard. That's the only L we know is Leonard. That's the only L we know is Leonard Elevy.
is the big L.
The big L, yeah.
And we call him the Big L. That's what we call Leonard. We call him Big L within our company. Oh man, so easy.
No, he's looking after that for you.
Yeah, keep
It's so-
keep that
He's
polish.
looking after that for you.
Boy, you a cold piece of work. You a young buck. You just and one thing you told me, you got mad at me. You was like, you not matching me. You not putting enough tough competition in there. So you just beat one undefeated fighter, right? Dethroned him.
Right.
Okay, you got another fighter that's undefeated. You know what you're gonna do? Dethrone him too. You're gonna conquer his country. The same thing I do. Everything all right.
We'll see.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
It's
Thank
going to be a great fight, I am sure, and it's one not to miss.